Football League on EA Sports. And our focus is on Rachaad White. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Bucs and the Colts on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, the beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Colts offense set to go to work, and they're led by a guy who's bounced around a bit the last few years, hoping to find a home with Indianapolis, Gardner Minshew.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Minshew's going to try and run it. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 and his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
The former #1 overall pick has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but he finished strong last year and inherits a really good offense in Tampa that should set him up for success.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called out again this week.
First down, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Mayfield on play action. That's caught by Durham. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And out of bounds right around the 20. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Trey Palmer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield leading the Buccaneer offense out for another series.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Opting to run again here with White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility and just floating from his D-tackle position in order to make that play?
3rd down and 10.
Mayfield now. be stopped right at midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down, here's White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now Mayfield. This is White on the screen.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that.
Touchdown! Chris Godwin from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second down, Minshew. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Minshew.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And take it right on the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, Rachaad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start in the NFC, a division matchup pitting New Orleans against Atlanta, and that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Bijan Robinson, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Zay Jones, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half, and to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Oh, some strong running.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 22.
They'll start here with a handoff to White.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
Not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. McKenzie now to return it. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 2nd and 9.
37-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Minshew. finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Minshew, a throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's got some space here.
87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They stay on the ground with White.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Going right side is White. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try the right side here with White. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Here's White.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rachaad White
with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground.
Joe Tryon in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line is taking charge and control.
Under pressure, they got him again. Vita Vea, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Minshew sets to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Now a give to White. Fighting through, and he's got space. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rachaad White
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Buccaneers have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And this taken in by Downs.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Here is 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. It'll be Minshew again. That complete to Downs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the Bucs' 34-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's good for the Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 27.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the Buccaneers' 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Minshew. And that's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. They start the drive with White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Tampa Bay, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the penis, I'm a diamond.